I've just seen what's happening in the other tier. But we should be all okay now for me to go. So, hello. It has been a pleasure. What am I on about? It's been a pleasure. Yeah, I've not done this in a while. Hello. Welcome to a brand new season of the VDL Racing League, brought to you by the VDL themselves. Yeah, we're here for a new season, and this season we have had a lot of change, and it's an exciting change for us. And I'm actually really looking forward to. Oh my day, that's loud by here. It's a lot of positive change for the league, and I'm really excited. Um, so yeah, obviously this season we have expanded to two divisions, and yeah, from me and the admin team, we are delighted with that. We could not have imagined within 2 seasons that we'd have two divisions and have enough people to run two divisions. So yeah, that's really exciting news. And with those two divisions, we are going to have two different champions this season, which is very exciting. Obviously, we're gonna talk about last season quite a lot, as obviously it's the first round of the new season. Um, but yeah, it's an exciting time ahead for the VDL Racing League, and I'm happy to bring it to you this season. Obviously, last season we had Reski on comms on the VDL Racing League Twitch, which I was supposed to be on there, and then I messed it up, and I really apologise for that. I don't know how I messed it up, but I did. But this season, um, this season is gonna be me, funnily enough, and I'm trying to manage. I'm trying to like look at what's happening here, just to because I think tier two is having a few issues here. So I'm trying to keep an eye on that and see if I'm needed to help. But I also need to keep an eye on this because the first lap of the season will be completed by last season's commentator, Mr. Reevesky himself. So what can the commentator do? He's coming into this season with a lot of expectations because obviously last season a lot of these guys would have heard his voice and seen him talk about their driving style. But this time we're going to be watching him and seeing how he gets on. So in turn one he gets the apex nicely, and in turn two he wants to keep flat out, uses his battery down the second string. Why? No. Why is my bike at the bottom left? I'm going to have to turn that off. So it's going to be audio settings, isn't it? Push talk. Yeah, there you go. There you go. No one's going to hear me. All right, sorry to people in the lobby that heard me, but it's really on a lap here. So yes, Bahrain is a very technical circuit, especially in this middle sector which we're watching Reski go through here. And it looks like a nice and clean lap here for Reski, who uses a lot more of his battery. Obviously, a lot of straights around Bahrain, 3 DRS zones, so it should provide us with some great racing tonight. Yeah, but Reski, obviously he was the commentator. So he will be an interesting watch this season. There's a lot of drivers who are new or have spent some time away, or just just a new division, which we've obviously given you guys here. So Reski is first man to the line, and he is going to set a 1:28.161. He is then going to be followed by BRD Calvin, who goes P2, followed by the Williams of Chaz Knight Rider, who is Calvin's teammate, who sets 1:28.582. Then KR4, what can he do? He goes fastest. Wow, he goes fastest by quite a bit with a 1:27.9. Next up, I think it was the V-Carb or Dom, a new man to the league, and he goes P5. Next up will be the other Alpine, and it's Mask. What a man this guy is. I'm excited to see Mask this season. He's back in VDL colours. And to the line, he sits 1:27.3, 6 tenths quicker than the rest of the pack. Next up will be the Mercedes, the current champion, VDL Brad. VDL Brad goes P3 for 1:28.029. We will touch upon Brad's championship in a second after we go through people's first runs. Next up to the line will be Wayne Wayne's time is next to set a time, I believe. Thomas Wayne, formerly of Alpine and Chas Knight Riders' partner last season, he is now partnered in the McLaren with... Who did we partner with? I don't even know. It's going to take me a while to get used to these teams. I'll be honest. Hello, people. Hello, Bab. It's good to see you. Hello, Brad. And hello, Frank. It's good to see you all. Yeah, I'm back on comms. And Wayne's invalidated, actually, so that's his lap time done. Hazard's invalidated, and Imad is going through sector 1 here. So BJR Atmos is the man we're going with next. He's getting a lovely toe off his teammate here. Love that from the Ferrari guys, and I love seeing Atmos in this amazing league. Is an amazing driver, should have an amazing league he competes in, and that is what we want for Atmos. And he goes through the penultimate corner, because the final corner is coming up. It is Mercedes behind Cold Steel. I'm not sure if he's on time or not. He is not on time. And then BJR Atmos in the final corner. What can he do? To the line. He is going to set a 1:28.550, which puts him ahead of Chas Knight Rider. Great time from Atmos himself. Next up is going to be Imad. Imad, who had a standout season, and Bobo, I've just seen, who's gone P2, 5 tenths behind Mask. Imad, who had a very standout season last time out. He's in the Mercedes this season instead of the V-Carb, and his first time of the season is going to be a 1:29.106. I think that's something that we noticed with Imad last season, where his quality is not quite as strong as his race pace. So him and Brad make a very interesting dynamic when it comes to Constructors' Championships, which we will talk about in a bit. Next up is a new man into the league. It is VDV Ali. Ali. There's two Alis. Or is it Ali? Or Ali? I'll go with Ali. Ali sounds cool. What can VDV do? To the line. He is in the Kick Sauber here. He is actually reserving for the man who finished second in the championship last season, Milan. So here he goes, P8 with a 1:28.384. I believe Cold... no, it's not Cold Steel. Next up, we're going to go on board with, actually, Hazard. Hazard, same category as Imad. He was sensational in periods last season, and it's going to be a very exciting season for him again. And we are looking forward to seeing what he can do this time around. Obviously, last time around, he is the Constructors' champion currently, along with Milan in that Kick Sauber. And we thought we're going to run it back this season. So we put him and Milan together, and we put Imad and Brad together, and they are going to go head to head all 9 rounds this season, along with some other teams which we'll touch upon. Meanwhile, Hazard goes P13. Who just flew up? Someone flew up, and I didn't actually know who it was. Oh, it's Prof. Prof went P12. Next up is the Williams, coming into the pit lane. Oh no, it's actually starting his time. That's actually Calvin. Calvin, who I'm very excited to see this season. He's going to be a good one to watch. We got an RB coming out the final corner, and that's going to start time. Okay. Right. I think now is probably the right time to talk about last season. So last season, what happened? We had 9 rounds of pure entertainment, pure cinema, some would say. We had 8 different winners in 9 rounds, which was unheard of. I can't believe it. And the only double winner was BRD Calvin, who did it in the final round with an excellent drive. Wait, who's actually next to that time? I've got to stay on board of these. I think it will be Into Paris, aka Donna. So 8 different winners in 9 rounds. But do you know who didn't win a race last season, or didn't even get the podium last season? It was the Drivers' Champion, VDL Brad, who we're going to go on board with, even though there's other guys saying times. So VDL Brad, he is now driving the Mercedes AMG Petronas car, and this is our Drivers' Champion. His season stats, I know off by heart, because he finished a career high of P4 and a career low of P4. BRD Calvin goes P2, by the way. which was a great time. We're going to go quick for Paris, who goes P9. Okay. Yeah, career high and a career low of P4 because he finished P4 the entire season. And with that P4 the entire season, he won the championship, which was phenomenal. I don't know how, but he did, and that was pretty insane. And yeah, and it was a very dramatic for not. He's got purple sector too. This could be a good time here. He's only 2 temps up. He needs to find another 5 temps. But yes, an absolutely cinematic ending, where in the finale, on the final lap, we had a puncture to this man here, Super Striker, in the Haas now, and with that puncture, I mean, Brad overtook him for P4, which then I overtook Brad for P4, and then Brad overtook me again. So there was a lot of carnage in that last lap. And then from the KR4, by the way, what a lap. P4 for Brad meant that he won the championship over Milan, who by 1 point, which was it was incredible. Like I couldn't believe what I witnessed. And as a guy who was in the party with Brad, I was like, what on earth have we just witnessed here? Obviously, I was trying to get ahead of Brad. And obviously, I was in the fight as well. But, like, let's be honest, I tried my best. And it sort of went out with that first tip. But Milan drove a brilliant race. And he, unfortunately, lost out by 1 point. And Marcus just got quicker by 3 times. And he's set on 1:27.0. He could break into the 26s by the end of this session. That is an insane time by Mask. Next up, we're going to go on board with Looney Man. I don't want to go on board with Looney Man. Looney Man who's recharging. Never mind. Who's? Is that Reesky? That's great time for Rees. Rees has just gone P4. And then McLaren is next for Famous Wayne. He's going to come into the pits. Mercedes is going to come into the pits. Haas is going to be Super Striker or Paris. It's going to be Super Striker. We'll go on board with him. Super Striker, who joined initially, and then he had a period away from the lead, did join back, had a few reserve drives, and he had some bloody beautiful drives in that reserve stint of his. He goes P8 in that lap. Next up is going to be Red Bull of Bobo. What can Bobo do here? Bobo is he's new to the league as well. He's 5 temps up here. Hello. Oh, and he's 2 temps off Mask, the notorious Mask. We'll talk about Mask in a second because it's good to see him back in the league. Next up will be Prof starts at time, Hazard will start at time, and then Mask will come into the pits. So I'm just trying to figure out who will actually be next. We'll go Prof. We'll speak on Prof as well. So Prof is actually someone that we know of, and he is actually new to this league. So, but we've got prior information through other leagues and stuff, and we're really happy to have him here. And I think he's going to be a great midfield driver for us. Can push for those sort of high-end points on occasional rounds. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how him and Looney Man work together. It's going to be a great dynamic through the season as they like to have jokes with each other, and it's going to be a bit of rivalry between them two, and I'm excited to see that. Same as Looney Man, really. Looney Man, he has prior history with Reesky, our commentator now driver, as they had a title fight a few seasons ago. So yeah, I'm very excited to see how they get on. Because Dom has left the session. I don't even have Dom as a friend, do I? Oh, that's Race Director. Oh, I do have Dom as a friend. There you go, Dom, mate. As Prof goes to line, he sets a P13 lap time of 1:28.396, which actually puts the two standout drivers from last season, who I mentioned earlier, Imad and Hazard, currently last. Both, you can't separate these two, which I do actually find quite funny. But as everyone's actually entered the pits now, ready for their final runs, as Cole still will be the first to come out for his final run. Yeah, so this season will bring us a very, very competitive field. Now that we split our divisions into two, we should have probably 18 drivers tonight who can all possibly win a race. I can see it. I don't see why none of them can't. You can make an argument for them. And obviously, you do have your favourites. You have your like some Mars, Bobo, obviously our current champion Brad. But even then, like you never know with this division. It can produce anything, and that is the same with Tier Two, which I'm very excited to keep an eye on. Obviously, I'm not commentating. We have the legendary man known as Lemons. Obviously, go follow Lemons, subscribe to him on Twitch to keep up to date with Tier 2. As Cold Steel is actually doing his time. He's actually got past the traffic, which is good. Might have distracted him a little, but he will be okay. He uses his battery down to turn 4. Dom has joined back, which is good to see. So I think with this tactic here, we've got Cold Steel doing his lap very early, because I think on his second lap, aka his end lap, he may look to help Atmos, who's actually broken into the top 10, so that's an impressive time. As everyone is out in the pit, coming out of the pit lane now, so this is going to be chaos at the end of the session to try and keep up with. But it's going to produce a very, very exciting session. So what can Cold Steel do here? I haven't actually touched upon Cold Steel. This is his debut racing within the VDL Racing League, so a round of applause to him making his debut here. We are delighted to have him in the league, and he's paired with his good mate BGR Atmos. Both of them will look to mount a solid constructors fight, and I'm very excited to see what they can do this season. As Cold Steel, his final time of this quali session, it's currently P16. Can he break into the top 10? To the line, he doesn't break into the top 10 just about. It's P11. Right, and now we're going to start the final runs. We're starting off with Looney Man. Looney Man, oh, big lock up. But he makes it stick. What can Looney Man do here? We touched upon Prof, but Looney Man is a very, very capable driver. We see Reevesky up in P4. I think he's level on pace with Reevesky. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what he can do. Now, I do not want to get this wrong, yeah. One of Prof and Looney Man are Welsh. And I don't remember which one's which. Not which one's which. That's a horrible thing to say. I'm so sorry. Which one is Welsh? So, yeah. Looney Man into the final sector. He comes here. What can he do? He's currently P16. He saw BGR Cold Steel go P11. Yellows, that is Prof letting people through. Prof is on that outlap here. Is he going to make it to the line? He has not made it to the line. Prof has not made it to the line here. So he's going to stay where he is. Dom, who had to rejoin it, will not make it to the line. Meanwhile, Looney Man to the line. Where can he go? Can he break into the top 10? He does! P9 for Looney Man. He displaces BGR Atmos, who is not going to be next. Next is the V-Carb of Dom, who's already done. So it's going to be the Kick Sauber next. What can the Kick Sauber do? He's P14 currently. There's a Mercedes in the back. I think that might be the current champion. He goes P8. That's a great time. VTL Brad is up next. He goes P4. Black Tires are flying. Two Striker P6. The other Kick goes P something. And here's Calvin. Calvin's not improving. He stays P3. Next up is Atmos. What can Atmos do here? He's got a Alpine behind. Atmos to the line. He goes P10. That's great now. And Mars sets the fastest time. He breaks into the 26s. That's a great time. Imad is next. What can Imad do? Can he break from bottom place? He does. He goes into P14. Next up is going to be the V-Carb of Reevesky. What can Reevesky do? Reevesky to the up. Wow! Reevesky goes P3. That's sensational from Reeves. And then Donna goes P10. He breaks into the top 10. And then the final pass is KR4. KR4 goes 8th. What a quality session. It's Mask who takes pole. Sensational into the end. And I can't believe it. There's so many different drivers everywhere. Here we go. Here is the timing sheet. Mask is on pole. What a lap from him. 1:26.785. Bobo, the Dutchman, in P2. Reeski in P3. Look at Chaz. Look at Wayne. Chaz and Wayne. P4 and 5. That's sensational from them two. Calvin in P6. Brandon in P7. KR4. Super Striker, Donovan. Ali, Atmos. Looney Man, Hazard. Imad. Cole Steele, Dom. And then Prof rounds out the entire grid. Crazy what happened with the audio. But, here we go, formation lap, first one of the season, and it's going to be a good race, I presume. It's going to be Mask on pole, then it's going to be Bobo, followed by our commentator last season, Reeski. That's impressive from Reeski. He's going to be followed by Chaz Night Rider, who has he has a point to prove this season. This is a big season for Chaz, and he needs to take advantage of this season. Then it'll be Wayne in P5. Next up will be Calvin, one of my title contenders, I'd say, in P6, followed by DSL Brad. KR4 is up next in the Alpine, and the Super Striker sits in P9. He will look to break into the podium places. His teammate is right behind him, so the Haas is a great job there. Next up is Ali, who is P11, and Atmos is P12. Starting on the softs, by the way, I just noticed that. Looney Man in P13, Hazard P14, starting on the hards. Imad in P15 on the mediums. Cole Steele in the mediums as well in P16. Dom, who didn't get to do his final run, P17, and Prof P18. We looked at a few of the guys' strategies here, but we're going to look at the entire grid. And pretty much everyone is on mediums, apart from Atmos and Hazard. Atmos opts for the softs and Hazard opts for the hard tyres. And we did mention what happened here last season. Last season. A certain Armin won. Just want to put that out there. I won the race. That's the only highlight of the season. But I did kind of fluke that win. So as Mask lines us up for a brand new season of the VDL Racing League, for the first ever time, this is the Premier Division 1. Is that what we're calling it in the end? I don't actually know. As Panthers Way disqualifies himself. What a legend, man. Yeah, final car to round off the grid is Prof 44. 44 is inspired by Hamilton. I'll be a big fan if it was. So, for the first time this season, and for the first time in my commentary career in VDL Racing League, it's 5 laps race, and it's go! Mask gets a brilliant start, he covers off Bobo. What can Bobo do? He chooses the outside line, and Mask fends him off. Going down the order, it looks like a close racing between all of them, 3 wide at the back there, as VDL Brad moves himself into P6, and Calvin is dropping positions. There's 4 wide, there is 4 wide out just behind, 3 wide. Who's going to come out on top? It's so close between all of them. Calvin's getting caught up. Then Haas is going wide, and it's very close between all of them. Then they're still fighting, and he can't really get an angle. ENT Paris is involved, Ali is involved. And then Hazard down the inside. What can he do here? Who's going to come out on top? ENT Paris, aka Dono, is going to stay ahead. And it looks to be Haas versus Kix Alba. And behind we see Dom and Imad battling as well. It's very close all at the back here. And Imad is using his battery, and in front you can see Calvin going down the inside of Ali. And they're fighting so aggressively here, and they are losing time to the pack in front. Obviously Hazard on the hard tyre, he's actually made up positions moving into the top 10. An insane start here in the Bahrain Grand Prix. As Frank predicts, master spin again. It's not a bad prediction. I back it. I do back it. Sorry, Mask. I'm sorry. As he sets the fastest lap. Oh, there's moves going in here, and it's going to be Hazard attacking. Oh, Cole Steele's left. Okay, well, I will invite him after this moment, because it's 3 wide into turn 1. Calvin, Hazard, and Super Striker. And it's going to be Hazard. No, it's going to be Calvin, because Calvin gets the run. Calvin moves into 10th place. A crazy start at the back of the pack. Here we go. Dono and Hazard are battling, and it's going to be side by side, and he gets the position. Did he cut the corner there? He looks like he got a track limit, definitely. And Ali has lost the position to Imad. Right, let's get Cold Steel back in. Cold Steel. Oh no, I don't have it as friend, do I? Oh no. Oh wait, I can. Is he PlayStation? Cold Steel is play. Okay, yeah, I can invite him through there. Cold Steel. Tier 1 invite, so there you go. There you go. Right at the front, Bobo is right in the back of Mars, Risky, and Chaz follow. Chaz is driving an excellent stick there. Right, yes, Super Striker is actually in the back of Atmos, who might not get DRS. Atmos is vulnerable here. He doesn't even have much DRS. So here comes Super Striker. Super Striker is going to use his battery, and he gets ahead. And in front, Bobo is gaining. Bobo down the inside. The two front runners here, Mars versus Bobo, the championship favourites. And it's Mars who defends, and he's in front. But Bobo's going to come back at him. Mars has no ERS. He's going to choose the outside line. The Red Bull versus the Alpine around the outside. But Mars defends the inside line. This is great battling between the front two, and it's Mars who stays ahead. Great stuff from the Alpine driver. Here comes Imad. Imad ahead of Hazard. The battle continues between these two, and Imad moves into P12. Hazard's hard tyres are not switched on yet. As we have DRS enabled for these guys. Looney Man moves into P14 ahead of Hazard, and that's a great move from Looney Man into turn 10, 11, one of them, as Dom looks for a move. And I'm still getting used to the new cars. I thought that was Brad making a move. Back to the Mercedes, I need to get used to that. Talking about Brad, he sits in P5, and while this is happening, we're going to look at position changes while focusing on the front, because Mask is vulnerable here. Mask is vulnerable. Here we go, down into turn 1. There is a change for the lead. On lap 4, it's with a lockup. He moves into P1. That is Bobo from Netherlands. But here comes Mask coming back at him with DRS. Mask does not have the battery power though. Around the outside, he goes for it. What a move! They're still got side by side, and that is sensational from Mars. Great driving, and that puts him back into P1. He is silencing his haters, and these guys are still battling Hazard versus Dom. And was that an end plate flying off? I'm not too sure. Are any of these guys missing a front wing end plate? It does not look like it, so it might have just been some rubber. You're looking at tire position. Oh gosh, oh no, I'm having a nightmare. Look at position changes. That's the one. Our biggest winners are BJ Atmos in P9. Obviously, he started an aggressive soft strategy. He's struggling now. And then we got Imad, who's moved up into P12. Our biggest loser is Calvin. Calvin had a horrible start, as you saw on the race start. And I'm not too sure what happened. He just got eaten up alive by everyone, and then he just got caught in the scraps. But is this Dono's moment here? He's in P10. Can he make that P9? He has a bit more battery than Atmos, but not too much. He uses battery. Atmos is going to use as well. He's got nothing left. And here comes Paris, aka Dono, and he moves into P9. Lovely stuff for the house. And Mars comes back at Bobo. But Bobo's going to come straight back at him. But Mars got DRS, and Mars moves into P1. These two are having a great battle at the front. Now with that battling, that keeps the top 5 in DRS. And Wayne is just slightly falling off, but he might have got DRS that time around. We'll stay on board with these guys for now. We'll stay on board with Risky. Just looking at the timing boards, we're 5 laps in, and I wonder Will anyone go for an aggressive two-stop here? Will they pit very early onto a first set of hards to take their second set of hards into a very long stint? I must say, this is delivered as a season opener so far. There's been so much fighting, and I think Looney Man is in Iman is in trouble here because he's got a lot of cars facing him down there. It's sort of split into two packs here with a slightly lost middle group here. And I think Atmos will have to pit soon because he's got Calvin now on the back of him. We saw Dono overtake him last lap, and we're going to see Calvin do it possibly this lap. But we're going to go out in the front because I think Bobo could be going for it this time around. Mask has got more ERS than he did a few laps ago. He's recharged behind Red Bull, and it looks like he's going to stay in front for this lap. So with that in mind, we're going to go on board with Calvin, who's not going to get Atmos. But can Looney Man get Imad? He's using his battery power, and he's gaining. He's not going to gain enough to make a move into turn one, or is he? No, he's going to tuck him behind. Oh, and that's Ali moving slightly off the braking zone just to avoid the Aston Martin. As we saw a potential move there, but nothing changing in position-wise. So lap 6 out of 29. Our drivers will start to think about pitting. I believe last time around, our first pit was Scotty MT, former driver. Now he's a reserve driver, which is nice for Scott. He pit around lap 7, if I am correct. So that is going to be very interesting to see if anyone comes in around lap 7, or maybe even this lap, to do an aggressive strategy. Obviously, last time we saw the race decided through the impact of safety cars. So it'll be interesting to see if anything like that happens this time around. So we're going to go on board with Reisky, who is just watching this scrap, and he's very happy to do it. So, sorry, I was getting tangled up in wires there. I had to sort that out. So here we go. Are we going to see a move into turn 1 from Bobo? Bobo, who... Oh, we do have a McLaren who's in the pits. It's Famous Wayne, who's really bad on tyres, so it doesn't surprise me. Bobo takes the lead. Mask into P2 and Reisky in P3. So Famous Wayne is the only one who pits. No, it's BJ Atmos as well. So they are going to get the undercut. And this is exactly what Wade did last time, by the way. And it went horrible for him at the end. Yeah. So as... Oh, Bobo has got Mask here. But Mask comes straight back at him. Oh, here we go! Alpine versus Red Bull into the turn. And it's Bobo who retains the lead, but does he? He does. These two are having such a sensational battle. And our first penalty of the season goes to VDV Ali. Right. I wonder if Looney Man will look to get Looney Man will get Imad here, because I think Hazard is going to look punchy soon because he is on that hard tyre. We saw last time as well, but a lot of people got away with the one stop, so that will be a very, very interesting strategy to see. This is an unreal fight. I do agree. This is sensational. This is what we wanted in our season opener. There was worries that Mask couldn't run away with this title, but it looks like Bobo is going toe to toe with him, and will Mask to retake the lead? He will into turn 1. They're going side by side. Mask is in P1. He doesn't have much battery compared to Bobo. Is Bobo going to come back at him? He's got a good run. He's using his battery power, and EMT Paris comes into the pits. And it's Bobo into P1 again. This is a great scrap. This is like Leclerc. Oh! And Mask, fully spun, and Reisky's getting involved. This is reminiscent of 2022. Verstappen versus Leclerc. Both fighting aggressively through the DRS detection zones. And I thought Reisky could have a look at Mask. And Famous Wayne has got past Cold Steel, who has rejoined the lobby, which is great to see. Wayne, he's going to have to nurse his hards a little bit, but we'll see how he gets on in the rest of this race. Our championship winner, currently one spot off his cursed position. He will be wanting that P4 off Chaz Nyrider. So I think Chaz Rider could be losing that P4 towards the end of the race to this man. But it's been a sensational fight so far. And I must say, Chaz is doing a great job. Fair play to Chaz. And fair play to Risky as well. I'm really happy for them. They're doing a stellar job out front there. Risky, who got exposed earlier for doing 60-ish laps on the Bahrain. So, I would expect him to be good after 60 laps. I've got to put that out there. I'm sorry. That might have been client privilege information. But Mars down the inside. He's late on the brakes. And he moves down the inside. Let's go side by side. They're still going at it. And this is really good for Famous Wayne. The more these two fight, the more Famous Wayne could come out in the lead. Mars retains the lead. And Bobo stays in P2. Meanwhile, Looney Man and Imad are fighting at turn 1. Cold Steel has got a 10-second time penalty and Imad defends. But is that leaving him vulnerable to Hazard? It doesn't look likely. And they stay how they are. Meanwhile, these are the guys who have pit. And Famous Wayne is 4 seconds ahead of Paris, aka Dono. That is very, very interesting. 4 seconds might even see Famous Wayne take the lead. Whether he can hold the lead is a different question, but he could be a VDL Racing League Season 2 race leader. Which he probably will put in his bio, let's be honest. He is shameless. I think that's the best word to describe him. As Brad is looking punchy. He probably looks the most likely to make a move here. Just because the powers of the P4 curse. This is a genuine thing, by the way. I'm convinced it's this thing. You can say, oh, he's not cursed, but it is a curse. And in the final corner, Risky has got a lot of battery, and I think Mask and Bobo are looking to switch positions again. And Bobo didn't actually tuck into the slipstream. I find that very interesting there. But he moves into P1. Down the oh, he's gone very wide though. Video Brad has come into the pits, so he's looking for that undercut. And it's very interesting to see where he comes out in relation to Wayne. But it doesn't matter about Wayne, because it matters about Mask and Bobo, because Mask retains the lead. And Mask is driving a brilliant defence here. This is sensational from the Danish driver. Oh no, wait. No, he's Danish. He is Danish. Yes, because every time we upload on TikTok, he goes Denmark mentioned. Yeah. I'm sure he's a proud Dane. Yeah. As Chaz is starting to drop off. But where is Famous Wayne in relation to Brad? 2.4 seconds behind. And 2.4 might see Famous Wayne take the lead. That will be very interesting to see. So Brad came in at the end of lap 9, start lap 10. So 19 laps on hards. It's doable. It's doable. We saw it last season. Some of us did 20-ish laps on the medium tire, so I don't see why you can't do 19 on the hards. Obviously, they're going to be dead at the end, so that's obviously something to consider. But something to consider is Bobo or Mask going to pick this time around. Neither of them pit. Risky comes in, Chaz comes in, Super Striker stays out, and to go alongside that, Bobo is going to take the lead. This is sensational. So the front two have been battling so much, are willing to be undercut from the guys in front. And as Mask can come back at him, I think he is here. He's got his battery power activated down the inside. Mask is into P1 again. And Risky, coming out pit lane, this was the P3 driver. And he's going to be behind Famous Wayne. Just about. Wayne is just in front of him. So this is very interesting because Mask and Bobo theoretically should come out just behind them. So Risky could be in an absolute insane position here. And Brad's undercut against Chaz did not come out. Come work. No, what? It just didn't work. Yeah, let's just go with that because that's what I'm gonna say. So we're actually gonna go on board with these guys. Because I think Risky will want to clear Wayne as soon as possible. Wayne is a deciding factor of who wins this race now. Because he's got the oldest tyres by quite a margin, 4 laps compared to Risky. And he could be a nuisance to the front guys including Bobo, Mask, Reevski, Chaz, and Brad. So this will make one interesting watch. Meanwhile, ENT Paris, who also picked quite early, is actually catching back up to VDL Brad. A Super Striker's in, so that's Paris's teammate actually, and I expect him to come out behind his teammate. We will see where he comes out in relation to his teammate. Meanwhile, Racy, he has exactly the same amount of ERS as the once great famous Wayne, as we have three other drivers picked: KR4, BRD Calvin, and obviously Super Striker, who we mentioned. The Super Striker, actually, he is going to come out behind his teammate, or is he going to come out racing his teammate? He comes out behind his teammate, but what are these two going to do? Are they going to fight? Here we go, Super Striker versus Dono, Haas versus Haas. He's using his battery. So, no, Donovan is not. And he stays behind. So, as it stands, these two are the only two on the mediums to pick. Obviously, Hazard is on the hard tyres. He's on a different strategy to everyone, so he's obviously going to go along. And I see a V-Carb in a good fight here. Here's Dom, Looney Man, and Imad. Interestingly, Dom, VDV, Ali have both gone on the mediums, so they must pit again, whereas others may not pit again. And I'll tell you what, these two are doing a very good job for the one-stop strategy here, Mask and Bobo. So I think they could be good for the one-stop. And I think, looking at it, and they've both come in at the same time here, it's going to be quite comfortable for a few of these guys to go to the end. I think Wayne might struggle, Paris might struggle, but the rest, they look okay for tyres. So, Reevski, Wayne's not even going to inherit the lead because Hazard's going to be a race leader here. Reevski will look to overtake, and here's the two. So where do they come out? Do they come out behind Super Striker? This is chaos. This is absolute chaos. Bobo comes out ahead of the Mercedes. Meanwhile, Chaz comes out 7th. Where is Mask? Mask is 4th. He's clear. And Reevski, and Wayne, and Reevski takes the net lead. The Hazard's on in the current lead. Paris and Chaz are fighting, and Paris is ahead. So Chaz has lost positions and all of that. I think Mask and Bobo came out the pits at an awkward time. Don't we have a race in our hands? Reevski is net P1, Wayne is net P2, Mask and Bobo P3 and P4. Here we go. And they are actually catching Hazard at a rapid rate here. So Hazard could be the deciding factor in this race as well. This is crazy. We have the front 8 cars battling. 9 including Hazard, who's got a pit. So this is insane. This is cinema. Here we go. 16 laps of pure battling ahead of us. So, what can Wayne do here? His main objective here is to stay with Reevski and just hold on. He needs to hold on to this position because he's got the worst tyres out this entire train. So for him, it's about managing these tyres and not losing positions too much. Reevski is going to stay behind Hazard for this straight. But here comes Mask. Mask overtakes Wayne. And here comes Bobo. Bobo, he is going to dive down the inside of famous Wayne. Wayne gives him enough space and they're fighting on the outside here. Bobo, who had a little bit of a wobble, he has much more battery than Wayne, and he gets past Wayne. Great driving from both Mask, Bobo and Wayne. And that's P3 and P4 for the net leaders now. Reevski is going to be worried now. He's got both Mask and Bobo behind him. Two of the fastest drivers in the video racing league right on the back of him, and he needs to clear Hazard as soon as possible. He's going to use his battery, but he's not going to go for the move here. Meanwhile, what is Mask going to do here? They are so close to each other, and Wayne looks like he's getting eaten up alive as the drivers look to try and clear him. So Mask is in P3, Reevski in P2. And when will Reevski look to overtake Hazard here? And when will Hazard pit? Reevski is going to stay behind him now? It's gonna be a bit chaotic with a bit of DRS chicken here. And Reisky, he's done it. I think he's got DRS here. I think he overtook him at the perfect. He's got DRS. He has timed that beautifully. And Reisky is in P1. Hazard is chasing him down. Hazard is using his battery to defend. And here comes Mask. Mask going down the inside of Hazard. And he's looking to get Reisky down the inside. Close racing between the two of them. Reisky leads. Mask P2. Bobo couldn't quite get him, but now he does get him on the exit of turn 2. And here comes Bobo into P3. So he made ahead of Hazard. And then Mask down the inside, and he's got the move. Mask is in P1. What a few laps of action here in the Bahrain Grand Prix opener. Super Striker moves ahead of Chaz. That's for P8. And now, who is it? That's Paris. Paris is down the inside of Hazard. Video Brad is getting involved. This is sensational. Hazard is causing chaos in this in this top runner pack. And Brad goes around the outside of turn 11. And now Wayne, who's got old tyres, he's got much fresher tyres than Hazard. Hazard's got insane straight line speed, as Cole still gets a 3-time penalty for exceeding track limits. Wayne will need to clear Hazard here, because he's got very old tyres. He's yet to pit. He's the only guy yet to pit in this entire race. Wayne didn't go down the inside of that corner. When will he look to overtake? What I will say, that timing from Reisky was impeccable. He knew what he was doing. That is brilliant judgment, brilliant race IQ from Reisky. Yeah, the former commentator, now driver. Wayne gets past Hazard. And Super Striker will be the next one to try and get past Hazard, who's actually using his battery to defend it. And Bobo has got past Reisky. Reisky tries to hang around the outside. Bobo keeps the position for now. And Reisky hangs it around the outside. There's little racing room. That's a track limit for Reisky, 100%. And here comes Bobo for the race lead. Bobo takes the lead. It's a brilliant race so far. But Mask defends around the outside. And here we go. Mask is ahead still. This is a three-way fight for the win of the opening Grand Prix. This is sensational driving. Meanwhile, Wayne has not found a way past Hazard yet. And this is ruining his race. He is hurting every corner. He's staying behind this guy. And this is also hurting Super Striker. And KR4 is on the back of these guys now. He was not involved earlier, but now he's got involved. This is Mask's teammate. They look to pick up and a massive points haul this race. Super Striker down the inside of Wayne. But Wayne keeps it around the outside. He's got less grip than the Haas. And the Haas moves into P7. He now needs to clear Hazard. Oh my god, I'm going to lose my voice. I've not done comms in a while. Oh my days. This is insane. Right, next up, Bobo. Is he going to take the lead this time round? He couldn't quite take it last time round. He's going to use his battery. Reisky is also using his battery, but he's fallen a bit behind it. And he might lose DRS if he's not careful. What was it? What a drive from ENT Paris so far. As they stay behind for now. This is sensational. Sorry, I was reading. We've got two pit runners. These are the guys on the mediums, so they're on their second and final stint here. And looking at the back of the grid here, well, not back of the mid pack here, we got Looney Man attacking Imad. Just gonna quickly get an eye on tier 2 because something's come to my attention. Oh my. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We'll figure something out there. But as it stands in tier 2, Lil Majin is leading. I think Quimo was in P2. I did not see he was in P3. But into lap 18 of 29, this it will be. Bobo is using his battery. Is he going to get Mask? He is going to get Mask because he's gaining him so much, and a Red Bull for the, I don't know how many times this race has overtaken the Alpine at turn 1. Meanwhile, Hazard has finally pit, and that leaves Wayne as KR4's going to go for Wayne, 2.2 behind Super Striker, and Super Striker further 2.9 behind VDL Brad, who Brad is chasing down his P4 against Paris. So Hazard pits and he comes out in P14 behind Prof. He will look down to chase down the pack and maybe possibly end up in the top 10 by the end of the race. He's got 11 laps to do so, as Mask is right on the back of Bobo. We're actually going to go on board Looney Man versus Imad here. Oh no, we're going to go on board Cold Steel versus VDV Ali. Because VDV Ali moves ahead of BJR Cold Steel. And he's on the fresh hearts, obviously. The Looney Man against Imad is a very interesting battle because this is for top 10 and this is for valuable points in the Constructors' Championship. The current Constructors' Championship, Sauber, it's not going their way in this race with Hazard and Ali sitting 14th and 15th. So they need big weeks from next week onwards. As Mask is going to retake the lead here into turn 1. It's not even on turn 1. This is on down the main straight, so he moves into P1. Bobo will look to get him back at T4, possibly, as they all go past main straight. VDL Brad has actually dropped out of into Paris's DRS. And KR4 has moved ahead of Famous Wayne. Famous Wayne, who I want to see a little bit more from Wayne, I'll be honest. He was too nice there. And you've got to make those moves. You've got to make them. And that has cost him in his strategy and his race position. Milan, how are you doing, Milan? It's good to see you, my friend. I'm missing you dearly, my friend. I needed you. You would have made this race 11 times better, my friend. I said my friend 14 times in one sentence. I'm cooked. But yeah, we're missing you, and we hope you're doing well, my friend. I said, well, I need a new word, man. I need something else. Prof has lost the position to Hazard, who is Milan's teammate, and he begins his charge for Calvin. Calvin surprisingly in P12, by the way. I always add some spice. You know what? That is a good way to describe it. You know, I like that from you. And yeah, I can't wait to add you onto this already competitive grid. Yeah, obviously Milan, who was our runner-up last season by 1 point. Season 2, I'm telling you, he's going to come better, bigger and better than ever. Does that say it probably is? With 9 laps left, I should probably do the promotional stuff, as Reese was very good at that sort of thing. As Famous Wayne has come into the pits. So, and Emma comes into the pits actually as well. That's very interesting. I did not expect that. Sorry for reminding you, my friend, sorry. But yes, as we look to the last 9 laps, it's time to give it a shout out to the all-important affiliates of the VDR Racing League, the team over at SRC Sim Racing Centre. Thank you for their partnership with us. And if you want the very best coaching and the very best sim racing setups, check out Sim Racing Centre. You can check it out at the page and use code VDL for 10% off at the checkout. Yep, I'm better than Risky at that. Confirmed. Tick. I am better than Risky. And promotional stuff. Right. As the race has died down a little, I think we needed that after like 13 laps of chaos. So we did need the race to die down a little. So what are we going to see here? So we saw Wayne come into the pits. We saw Chaz and Imad come into the pits. I don't really know why they pit. Their tyre wear must have been horrendous. As Bobo retakes the lead at turn 1. That won't be the last time I'll be saying that. What we'll say is Risky is still on the back of these guys. And you never know with this sort of thing. Risky could come out of nowhere and Mask down the inside at turn 4. They are side by side still, and he retakes the lead. This is going to be a sensational championship fight if it stays like this for the entire 9 rounds. Because I am loving watching this. Risky looking rapid. Did he put a lot of practice in? Now, Milan, I have inside information. So I joined the party, and I've not been active all week, and yeah, and I hear a sneaky little thing going. Risky has done a little bit of practice, and then a video Brad has. Oh, around the outside. Here we go from Chaz against Dom. Oh, Dom is around. Oh no, he's not around. He's okay. That's a great move from Chaz, by the way. And video Brad has exposed him, saying he has done 60 laps of time trial around Bahrain. 6-0. And basically he struggled to deny it. So he has put arguably a lot of practice in. So no wonder he's rapid. And fair play to the guy. Fair play. He's doing well for himself, and I'm happy for him. He was really excited about competing this season, as we see a changeable position for P5. It's Super Striker into P5, and the Haas team looking phenomenal of Dono and Super Striker. That's true, Milan, and that is why someone like you has been at the very top of racing. Practice pays off. That's a famous quote about all you need is practice or something like that. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and quote anyone because let's be honest, it's going to end horrendous. But yes, practice is important. Curious, where would I have been on this grid? Now, before the Hazard drama, it's not really drama. It was just racing, and we can see a swap here from the two Hazards. We are going to see a swap, so that's Super Striker P4. Yes, before the Haas drama, we had 9 drivers in the lead train, and I think you would have been right at the very top of that. I think you would have been around the Risky and Brad part of that train before they caught up to Hazard, who was on the alternate strategy. And from there, it was carnage. It was 3 wide, 2 wide at every corner, and they were battling throughout. So, I would like to say you would have been at the top, but honestly, you never know where. Well, he would have been a teammate actually, as Master's actually overtaken Bobo. I would like to say you would have been a good 3 or 4, maybe even 1 or 2. Let's be honest. Mask and Bobo have been fighting all race. Risky's right in the back of them, so you could have been anywhere, to be honest. Milan, I'll be honest. I don't actually know what lap. I'm gonna say like lap 11. Maybe. No, because no, Bobo and Mars came in at 12. It's going to be 14. It's going to be lap 14 as they've swapped. But yeah, Racing's driven an absolute solid race, and I think you would have been with him. As Dom and Chaz. Chaz was in this leading 9. What has happened to Chaz here? He's 16. What has happened to him? And he's fighting with Dom, who's in P15, and they are gaining on Prof. Oh god, you got me reading all of that. Depends if I practice to this. I practiced over David last time. Put seconds, a lot of seconds on you and Brad. All this made up 2. I do actually agree with that. I think you were rapid in Abu Dhabi, but I also think a certain Benjamin Brash did not help me or Brad there. Yeah, we did struggle to get past him because his wings were ridiculously low, and yeah, from there we lost a lot of time. I think had he run like a normal setup, or we would have passed him pretty much off the line, I think we would have been with you. But yeah, there's if buts and maybes, like who cares? At the end of the day, you were second and you were rapid, so that's credit to you. But I don't think that's the point you were making. The point was about putting practice in. Yes, I honestly think you would have been at the very top, and I still think you're missing around here. But I can see you being title favourite, like once again. But obviously, Mask and Bobo look to be total favourites. But look at Reeski. He's still. I did not have Reeski in my top 5, I'll be honest. He's third currently. Super Striker, I sort of had him around this area. And Paris, I did not. So, like, Milan could easily be. You could be third, second, or first by the end of this championship. So I'm looking forward to it. The more thing I'm interested about is where is this guy going to end up? Because if you look at it, P4 every round should not have won a championship, but it did. It did at the end of the day. What can he do this round? Because I think he needs to take that next level. He has to get a few podiums this season. So it'll be a very interesting season for VDL Brad. You could almost say VDL Brad is a bit like Arsenal. He's going to hate that I said that. But can we clip that? VDL Brad is a bit like Arsenal, and Bobo retakes the lead. And we're getting close to crunch time. And as he has to defend the inside. And Brad moves ahead of Paris around the outside. Similar move from Bob. Oh, actually, he is going to get the move done. That's into P5. And Mask and Bobo side by side into turn 4. We've seen this multiple times this race. And they're going side by side into 5. And it's going to be Mask comes out on top. Sensational driving once again from the two of them. And they have been phenomenal. ENT Paris moves ahead back of Brad. These two have been fighting for a long time as well, and it's been a great scrap. And ENT Paris is doing his teammate a massive favour here. Now Brad, he's going to try and go around the outside of Paris, and a bit of contact and pushes Brad off, and Brad gets a 3-second time penalty. Now, what will the stewards say about that? Because there was contact, but was Brad trying to hang around the outside when he couldn't? That will be an interesting case for the stewards. Meanwhile, Famous Wayne, P13, he's behind Ali, who is reserving for Milan, who is in the chat. Honestly, didn't Racy have like pretty worth? So Milan. So I did stream on Twitch earlier, and I was having serious audio issues. So this was a last second resort. I'll be honest. This is not the plan. The plan is for me to inherit the VDL Racing League channel on Twitch and continue to stream there. So from this week onwards, I'm going to be working to try and get my stuff sorted. As KR4, where has he come from? Because he's gone down the inside of Brad, and there's a lot of contact here. There is a lot of contact, and Brad muscles his way through. Not sure KR4 will be happy about that, but yeah. I mean, he gave some to Brad, and Brad gave it back. But yes, the Twitch thing, it went horribly. But I'm going to work to get that better. Yeah, this was a last minute resort, literally last minute, because I did it at like 8:59 because it just was not working. I don't really know why my audio messed up, because we did a test stream and everything worked perfectly. Like it was perfect, and then suddenly race there right, and I didn't touch anything all week, and it still didn't work. Like what? I don't know what's changed, but something changed, and it just didn't work. But anyways, final 3 laps of the race, we're going to have to go on board with the front 2. But this battle for P5 is on here between Paris, Brad, KR4. KR4 has been phenomenal this race. I can't believe it. Like, I did not have him down as this sort of pace either. Oh, I appreciate that, Milan. I do appreciate that. Yes, Comms back in DTS. I don't know if I got it. I'll get in trouble earlier about mentioning PGR, but I said nice things about PGR, and I will continue to do so. I love PGR, and yeah, I was mentioning Reezy and Looney Man's fight as KR4 and Brad. They're going back at it. KR4 down the inside. He is. Brad won't be a fan of KR4 after this race. I'll tell you that. And KR4 will go for ENT Paris for the final few laps. And it's not going well for our championship leader. Is he doing a Max Verstappen here? Is he washed? We will find out in 9 rounds' time. Could this be a torrid title defence, or will he have the comeback of the century? We will find out. As Cole still pits for fastest lap, I presume, as Chaz still in the back of Dom. Yeah, I don't know why Chaz pit. I don't really understand it, because He must have got damaged or something. But yeah, I don't know what happened after that Hazard stint, but it was chaos. It was pure chaos. And with that chaos, we have seen these two battle throughout the race. So, what can Bobo do here? Will he take the lead this lap? This will be interesting. Both have a lot of battery stored up. And he will not take the lead. He's telling Mask, you lead the race and I will follow you until the last lap. Meanwhile, this battle has got a very, very aggressive so far. And it looks to have calmed down a little as KR4 is going to stay behind Paris for this DRS straight. He looks to stay behind, okay. So we're on board with this battle now, as I'm keeping an eye on the other fights on the grid. The Chaz Knight Rider also looks to sit behind. So all three of the battles on the grid so far are looking to do the same strategy of sit behind this lap and go for a last lap DRS push next lap. So we have had 28 laps of pure racing between these two. They have not left each other's sight all race. They pitted at the same lap. What can they do here? Bobo, the Dutchman, versus the Flying Dane of Mask. What can these two do? As they come around the penultimate corner, is Bobo just a little bit too far back? He's using his battery up. So is Mask. What can they do here? As he's gone a bit wide there, and Mask has got a good run, and Mask is still leading into the final lap of the race. Bobo is gaining, he is gaining, he is gaining, and into turn one, he is gonna take the lead against Mask, but Mask hangs it around the outside. They go side by side into two, and now three, and now who got DRS? It's Mask who got DRS. He's got battery power. He's gaining, goes down the inside. The two of them battle for the fight for the first round of the season. Here we go, and Bobo was off there. He went off the track, and Mask hangs it around the inside, and he takes the lead, and he defends against Bobo. Bobo looks up, and he tries to get as close as he can to Mask. They're gonna be very close come to the end of this race. Alpine versus Red Bull. Mask versus Bobo, the two favourites for the title. Bobo is using his battery now against Mask. Mask has barely anything left. Bobo's gaining. Bobo's going to go around the outside. Around the outside. And Mask hangs around the inside. They're still side by side. This is sensational. Oh, and he has to lift up and he gets another trail limit. That's two for this lap alone. So, to the run to the line. Here we go. Penultimate corner. Mask has barely any battery. Bobo's gaining. Bobo's gaining. He's gaining. He's going to choose the inside line. Mask has the outside line. Oh, he's really locked up a little bit. Mask is going to take the line. And where is he? To the line. Here we go. Bobo's gaining. Bobo's gaining. And Ben, it's going to be Mask who takes the win. Sensational from the Dane driver. What a drive from the Alpine. And he takes home the first ever win for VDL Racing League Season 2 Premier Division. The win goes to Mask. Sensational. What a drive from the Alpine. What a drive from the Red Bull. And what a drive from the Racing Bulls car. Oh, wow. And Famous Rain takes P11. It's going to be Chaz Knight Rider who takes P14. He overtook Dom on the final lap. And Imad is going to follow behind Prof, and Cold Steel is on a fast lap attempt. Hasn't he got it yet? He has got it. Cold Steel will take fastest lap, which is important as we saw last season. So that's massive for Cold Steel. But what a race from these two. They provided the spectacle that we needed for Season 2. Round of applause to them. Sensational. And honestly, I'm honoured to commentate that. That was sensational. 29 laps of just pure fighting between these two. Even when they pit, they came out of pits fighting other drivers and then fighting each other. It was crazy. It was sensational. It was perfect. and it was Mask who comes out on top. His return to VDL Racing League against the debuting Bobo. And yeah, it's good to have Mask back. It's a sensational win. And he does like a cheeky little laugh. The laugh dance. And there it is. The Dane, the Dutch, and the English all share the podium. Congrats to all three of them. A sensational drive from the three of them. So as they celebrate, that was phenomenal, and I feel honoured to have presented that to you, the people. Yeah, and just what a race! Honestly, sensational. Oh, I'm rubbing my hands. Oh, I'm enjoying this. I can't wait for the rest of this season. It's gonna be great. As here we go. Mask is our race winner. Bobo P2, Reese P3, Super Striker P4, and his teammate P5. Great points for Haas. Alpine P6, and great points for Alpine. And Brad P7. The streak is broken. Yes, we need a silence for that. Calvin in P8, good recovery from him. Amos P9, Looney Man top 10. Fansway P11, Hazard P12, Ali in P13, Chasm Knight Rider P14, Dom P15, Imad in P16, Prof P17, and the fast lap and P18 goes to Cold Steel. But yes, I think there's a lot to take away from that race, and it's going to be a good debrief for that race.